So now I'm ready to mount the frame, and I have attached a camera mount to it. I kind of jury-rigged something and clamped it on, and I'm going to put my iPhone in there, and hopefully as I go up there you'll be able to see the whole thing happening, and happening from the inside. So I have everything marked on the outside, as you saw. I have nails at the bottom to keep it from sliding down. The glass is not in there, but my frames are all there, and I'm going to mount my camera up there, and I'm going to climb up the scaffolding and get this thing set from the inside, and then we'll nail it all in on that flange with the nails that were supplied, and then we'll remove our brackets from the inside, and we'll be good to go to get all the roofing and the rest of the things done before we put the glass. Okay, we are ready to install to take this up, and as you can see, the camera angle is from the top of the window. I'm going to get my scaffolding set, and I also set an iPad up over there so that hopefully we can see everything happening and I won't bang the camera too many times when I'm trying to get this in. So I'm basically going to lift this up, and we are going to get it into the opening. And bring it up, and I can just put it against my nails at the bottom, and then move it into place. So now we are totally mounted. I have it right where I want it, and now I'm matching up where those notches are that you probably saw in the instructions, and make sure that everything is square, and it is, and it really looks good. So my next step is to go ahead and nail the frame in. I'm just going to take a quick check around the edge and make sure everything else is good. But one thing that I forgot is how do I get the camera off? But I'll figure that out. I'm ready to install to take this up, and as you can see, the camera angle is from the top of the window. My scaffolding set, and I also set an iPad up over there so that hopefully we can see everything happening and I won't bang the camera too many times when I'm trying to get this in. So I'm basically going to lift this up, and we are going to get it into the opening. And bring it up, and I can just put it against my nails at the bottom, and then move it into place. So now we are totally mounted. I have it right where I want it. So now I have my frame in. I've spent a little bit of time making sure it matches all the notches and the marks as described in the directions. And now I'm ready to use these nails, rim shank nails that came along with the skylight in order to mount it to the decking. So I'm just going to go along here. Make sure that I try not to damage anything while I'm doing this. Release the nails. Like I said, it's a very old house, so it's a little bit uneven, but I think it's going to be fine. The roof is uneven. This side. Well, now that I've put all the nails in to hold the frame in, I'm now ready to remove my brackets. And up until now, as you can see, I've been working around the brackets. So I've been standing on my scaffolding over here and I could be in the lower half. And then I have this ladder for the upper half. Obviously in your situation, the pitch might not be the same and the height might not be the same. I already installed one skylight and I put it up further on the roof, so I really needed this ladder. This one is going to be lower on the roof because it's a different section and I'm using it for a different purpose. But now I'm going to remove these brackets. And as I said, I have them screwed in with just drywall screws, so I'll just take them out. And once that center bracket's out, it's great because now I can stand and I don't have to duck under the center bracket. I'll be able to stand there and complete all the roofing on the outside. And I think these brackets really did a good job in keeping the whole thing square while I was putting it up without the window actually inside of it. And one more. Perfect. And you get a great view of my juniper tree out there. It's really not mine, it's about 3 doors away. We're in downtown, so all the houses are close together, probably about 10 or 15 feet apart, and that's why the house is so high. Anyway, so now I've got all my brackets out, and I'm ready to go to the next step, and that's stand up here and put in all the ceiling around it, and we'll go get that project going right now. So now I'm ready to go about sealing around the edge of the frame that I just installed on the roof. And so I'm going to be using the Velux framing kit that I bought separately because I have a shingle roof, so you buy one separate that's specifically for shingle roofs, or if you have a tile roof or another kind of roof, you buy a different one, which is why they aren't included with the skylight itself. So you can see I have my adhesive there, I have the bottom flange, I have the top flange, and I have the interleaving pieces of metal for the shingle. And basically this operation is exactly the same as if you were doing it from the outside, so I won't get into much detail. In fact, it's probably easier to do it from the inside because I have a nice work table here. I have my stack of shingles over here, so after I'm finished putting the ceiling on, I can cut my shingles on the table and then turn around right here and take them up and stand on the scaffolding and do everything from right inside inside the house, and I don't have to be on the roof, and I don't have to climb up and down ladders to a workspace that's down on the lawn or something like that. So I actually think this part of it is probably a lot easier to do if you're working from the inside than if you were working on the outside. So I'm going to get to it, and the next time you'll see the ceiling all done, and I'll be well underway on the shingles. Okay, well, I finished the roofing part, and I'm going to take you out on the roof and show you what's been completed here. So you should be able to get a good view of it. I brought as it suggests, I brought all the roofing into the edge. I roofed all the way back. I didn't have to buy any additional materials. I just used all the roofing that I took out of the hole. And now I'm going to get my neighbor and we're going to put the glass back in. So everything on the outside is finished, and hopefully I never have to come out here again. But to put the glass on, we're going to set it in place, and then one of us is going to hold the end where the C-hinge is, and the other is going to push it up slowly, and then we're going to pull it into that C-hinge so it clicks. So hopefully that'll go well, and the next time you see me, you'll see a skylight, but it'll be from the inside. Okay, now we're in the final step here, where we're actually going to get the C channel clipped in. So right now the glass, as I said, is just sitting in place. I have my trusty assistant here who is going to push up on the glass, then I'm going to reach in on both sides and I'm going to pull down so when it gets to the proper angle, it's going to snap into that C-channel. So, and then we'll attach the chain afterwards. So if you would start pushing up and just keep pushing up slowly, keep pushing, higher, 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 keep going, and I'm putting pressure down, keep pushing up, yeah, keep pushing up, keep pushing up, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, right there. Oh, I think it snapped in. Now let it down slowly, slowly. If there's any resistance here, it probably didn't fully snap in, so you have to go back up again, but it feels good. Keep coming down, and let it close. Okay, now the test for whether it went in is put pressure on the top frame. And if the top frame doesn't lift off, if it doesn't go off, then it's snapped in. And then the next step, we'll connect the chain and we'll be all set. Okay, so now we have the window in. We have it snapped into the channel, but it is still free floating here. I snapped on this plastic cover. And the reason I took it off, I wanted it to stay clean when I was doing this whole thing, but there's no reason to take it off. But you did have to take the handle off so you could lay it down on the ground. But I'll put the handle on now. So now, with this fully down, I'm going to put the Allen wrench in that hole and start turning. And at some point, that tongue will go all the way inside the chain, and it'll catch the chain, and then we can check to make sure that's happened, and then we're good to go. And then we'll be finishing the inside, obviously, as time goes on. Okay, so now when I turn this and I push, I can see that that's really solid in there. It's caught the chain. I can see the little tongue in there. And so now the only way I can open this is to use the mechanism, and it will only allow it to open a certain amount where you won't have a problem with the window releasing, because you could see that severe angle that I had when I snapped it into the channel. So I'm going to close it up. And also, just another note, I had some of the metal flashing on both sides on the roof showing underneath the shingles, and I removed those shingles and put them on top, so now I don't have that metal flashing. And I didn't care anyway, because in this neighborhood no one is going to see that side of the house, because this house, our house, is so close to the neighbor's house. So it didn't matter, but it bothered me, so I went back up there and did it again.